Day 7 of the 2026 World Cup broke the bracket before the sun was even down. It was a day defined by high-stakes pressure that saw heavy favorites falter, while underdogs chased national immortality. Portugal seemed poised for a routine victory early on. When João Neves headed home in the 6th minute, the match against the Democratic Republic of Congo followed the expected script of Portuguese dominance. But the momentum evaporated in first-half stoppage time. Yohan Wissa climbed over the defense to meet a cross, powering a header into the net to level the match at 1-1 just before the whistle. Wissa's header was the first goal the Democratic Republic of Congo had ever scored in a World Cup. It was history for an entire nation, and they fought through the second half to make that single goal earn them a draw. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo struggled to find space. Swarmed by Congo defenders, the 41-year-old was effectively neutralized, once again raising questions about his role in the national team's future. Portugal's frustration highlights the reality of Day 7. In this tournament, a world-class reputation doesn't count for much if you can't outwork an opponent playing for their country's legacy. The scene shifted to Dallas, where England stepped onto the pitch facing a wave of skepticism regarding their offensive consistency and their ability to finish games. The first half was a breathless shootout. Harry Kane struck twice to give England an early cushion, but Croatia clawed back immediately, with Martin Baturina and Peter Musa both scoring to tie the game at 2-2. The match swung on a technicality. After Dominik Livakovic moved off his line during a penalty save, Harry Kane was granted a second chance, and he hammered the retake into the net to restore the lead. England didn't let up after the break. Jude Bellingham scored almost immediately after the restart, and Marcus Rashford eventually added a fourth to secure a 4-2 win in one of the most entertaining matches of the year. By surviving a blown lead and responding with 2 clinical goals, the English side addressed the pre-tournament doubts regarding their composure and their ability to generate high-volume scoring. In Toronto, the narrative took a different turn. Panama completely controlled the tempo of the match, moving the ball with a level of confidence that left Ghana chasing shadows for the majority of the night. Ghana only stayed in the match thanks to Lawrence Adi-Ziggy. The goalkeeper was heroic, producing a string of desperate saves across 94 minutes of sustained pressure from the Panamanian attack. Then, in the 95th minute, the logic of the game collapsed. Brandon Thomas Asante found a seam on the counterattack and delivered a low cross that Caleb Urenki pounced on. The goal sent Toronto into complete mayhem. It was the latest game-winning strike in the tournament's history, turning a match Panama dominated into a miraculous victory for Ghana. Ghana's win serves as a brutal reminder. Tactical dominance for 90 minutes is meaningless if you can't survive 1 second of a perfectly timed counterattack. To close the day, Colombia turned the Estadio Azteca into a sea of yellow. They took control of the match from the opening whistle, giving Uzbekistan no room to breathe in their tournament debut. The breakthrough was a showcase of precision. Luis Díaz lofted a ball over the top of the defense, finding Daniel Munoz, who finished the play with a stunning volley to put Colombia ahead. Luis Díaz was relentless on the wing, repeatedly drawing multiple defenders and forcing the Uzbekistan backline to collapse just to slow him down. With James Rodriguez orchestrating the midfield, Colombia displayed a level of tactical balance that allowed them to dominate every phase of the match. The ultimate lesson of Day 7 is clear. Survival in this World Cup requires the clinical focus shown by Colombia and England. Otherwise, you risk becoming the next headline in a string of historic upsets.